morning. Well, I'm coming to you through my laptop because my phone just would not, on Facebook, it wouldn't show me the live button. So, anyhow, I hope that this works. I'm getting all kinds of messages on my screen. I'm just going to plow ahead here and hopefully it'll all work out okay. Because this morning, which is a Saturday morning, May 21st, 2022, 7:06 a.m. on the East Coast of the United States, I am going to compare the Vertuo tropical coconut flavor, okay, pretty capsule, with, I've always wanted to do this, the original line coconut flavor over ice, okay? So these are, they give the same details about them when you look online. What I've always wanted to compare a Vertuo with the equivalent original line. So I'm going to do that this morning. Heating up my water. I've got my Vertuo ready as well. I've got the same amount of ice cubes in here. I read up on what it said for both of these. It said to add 90 grams of ice. So that's about what I've got in each one of these. So let's see, how am I going to do this? Oh, all right. Everything is backwards in the screen on this. Okay, so I pop in the Vertuo, and I'm going to start this because this is an almost 8-ounce cup. Okay, and then I will pop in my original line capsule. And I'm going to wait until the Vertuo one is almost done. So I'm brewing this over ice. And they each called for the same amount of ice. How can they do that? Well, obviously they've got the coffee and the flavoring arranged so that they figured out what works best, how much ice. Oh, I hope that there's not too much ice in here and it doesn't end up overflowing. I didn't think about that when I got that particular mug. Okay, I'm going to wait, and I mean, it shouldn't over. Well, let me get another cup here. Okay, I'm ready just in case it overflows. Let me move this out of the way. Yeah, sometimes, sometimes you learn by experience. Hopefully, you learn by experience. Sometimes it's other people, sometimes it's your own, right? Okay. Oh, it really looks like it's almost finished. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh my goodness. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, not another drip. Not another drip. Okay, now we'll start this. Wow. Okay. So this is espresso, right? Over the same amount of ice as the Vertuo coconut. Of course, the Vertuo one is called tropical coconut, and the original line is coconut over ice. These are barista creations. In other words, these are flavored coffees, okay? They're from Brazil and Ethiopia and other places. Let's see, on the ingredients, let me find English here. Yeah, 10 capsules of artificially flavored roast and ground coffee. So, it's got coconut flavoring. Let me get my little stand. Okay, here is the Vertuo. Here is the original line. For each of them. Okay, I'm going to taste the original line first. Nice coconutty aromas. It says it's supposed to have vanilla and caramel flavors, hints of them. It's pleasant, it's mild. Let me do a little comparison. Wait, I'm gonna just rinse my mouth out with a little water. Stay tuned. Okay, because I've got a strong aftertaste here. Okay. We give this a stir. Some of that nice crema returned back into the coffee. Oh wow. Well, I think all of the ice is melted in this. Yeah, this is warm. I can smell coconut, but smell it more from the original line. Okay, here goes. Okay, I'm having a problem with this because it's still warm. So, hang on. Let me pour the, here, I'll turn this around. We never know what kinds of things might happen on a live video, right? Like seeing my frying pan I haven't washed yet. Let's see here. All right. We'll put it in, I know what. We'll put it in this great big turtle cup so that I can add more ice. Let me put the ice in first, okay? Let me get some ice here. Okay, now see if I can pour this. Okay. Well, that's good enough. Good enough. Because, you know, what I want to do is I want to taste this cold so I can compare it to this, because the temperature really, really affects the flavor of coffee. At least I found so. Okay, so for me, I think that this comes down to a matter of, well, two things, okay? One is, do I want a giant, this is a 24 ounce, okay? So I'm thinking I probably have maybe 14 ounces in here with the ice. Do I want a giant cup of coffee, or do I want a very flavorful small cup? This definitely has a coconut aroma. Well, this does too, but not quite so much as this. Okay, so if you have both machines like I do, um, I'm just looking to see, am I actually live? I don't know. I see a timer going. I'm assuming that I've been live all this time. Anyhow, so if you have both machines, as I do, which would I buy? For the coconut flavor experience, I think that I would get the original line. If I wanted a little bit of a coconut flavor with a large volume of coffee, then I'd go with the Vertuo. Golly, I was really hoping that these were going to taste identical, or they would be vastly different. But there's not. Try one more time. Okay, you know what I feel like I should have done? I may do this, I don't know, on my own time, or maybe I'll do it tomorrow, is to go ahead and brew the coffees hot and compare them. But no, that's not really good either because they are made to be iced coffees, not hot coffees. So we want to compare them each as they have been made to consume, right? Wow. I'm not quite sure what to do. This is a dilemma. Meanwhile, I will say that they both leave an aftertaste in the mouth. Um, it's okay. It's just interesting. I don't notice it with other coffees quite as much. Actually, I seem to detect an aftertaste more with iced coffees than I do with hot coffees. I don't know. Yeah, I probably need to start paying attention with all this. So, I don't know. How do these two compare? Let me get out. Where's my coconut up here? And where's my, and it's, these capsules are slippery. Okay, so there's that one. There's this one. All right, so that's what we compared today. Hello. Um, I don't know. I would love to hear your opinion on this. I'm looking to see is anybody up yet and watching this, but I don't see any names popping up. But okay, well, listen, thank you for watching whenever you watch and for weighing in with your opinion. And you know what I'm going to do? Here, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. This will settle any problem about making a decision, right? Let me give this a nice mix. That's refreshing. I like that. And you know what? I was reading you could add some vanilla or caramel. I happen to have some vanilla syrup here. I don't think it needs a lot because this coffee is mild to begin with. And I don't want to just take away, all of its nice flavor covering it over with vanilla. Now it definitely has a hint of vanilla. You know what? Okay, I can't resist. I also happen to have caramel sitting here. I mean, seriously, I had 3 syrups sitting out on my counter, and vanilla and caramel were 2 of them. I'm not going to add the maple bourbon. What is it? Maple bourbon pecan. No, not to this. That would completely overpower it. You know what? All it needs now is a little milk. Let me get the milk. I was going to have this morning another one of those Lamina over ice drinks with vanilla and, oh dear, vanilla. Oh yeah, vanilla and milk. That's what I put in yesterday. It was so good, but no, this is my 2 cups of coffee today. So, in a Tervis cup. Hmm, very refreshing. So, okay, this is not a total loss. We came up with sort of a somewhat inconclusive comparison, but you win some, you lose some. So let me hear your opinions about the original line, coconut, what is it called? Coconut over ice. Here's my little sleeve. Coconut flavor over ice, and the Vertuo tropical coconut flavor over ice. Thanks for joining me.